Hello and welcome to our channel. God blessings for you. Hello everyone and welcome to this unprecedented content. On this occasion, we will delve into an extraordinary event and discuss the remarkable spectacle of a massive swarm of crickets invading a site of great significance for followers of Islam, disrupting their spiritual activities. The video of this occurrence has been widely circulated on social media, attracting the attention of numerous people. The incident took place in Mecca, the spiritual epicenter of Saudi Arabia. We aim to investigate the heated discussions that have taken over the internet. Could this event be interpreted as an esoteric sign to the devout? Or is it simply a natural occurrence that happens intermittently? This episode is not common. It breaks the routine and arouses wonder and curiosity, especially because it occurred in Mecca. I am excited to share and discuss the video with you, delving into a debate on this subject that has sparked deep dialogues and contemplations. It was undoubtedly an unusual, memorable moment. Get ready to watch the video. The scene was unsettling. Muslim faithful struggled to rid themselves of a flood of crickets that was infiltrating their clothing. Such an intense plague that it even interrupted religious activity. Imagine that vast assembly suddenly becoming hosts to countless crickets. The footage of this moment began to spread like wildfire across social media platforms, leaving many bewildered. Some even mistook the insects for cockroaches. But they were indeed crickets in an almost unbelievable quantity. The situation was even more striking because the invasion occurred amidst thousands of devotees in Mecca, one of the holiest places for Muslims, located in Saudi Arabia. The episode inevitably raised questions about whether it could be a possible omen. Memories of the biblical plagues of the Old Testament, lice, frogs, locusts, come to mind immediately. However, interpretations of faith clash with scientific analyses in an attempt to explain such a phenomenon. It is told that in an almost enchanting manner, a multitude of crickets emerged from the earth shortly after an episode of rains. This event alone is a source of great fascination and admiration. Rumors spread that such an event occurred in the vicinity of the tomb of Muhammad, the prophet who gave rise to Islam. Although the accuracy of these stories cannot be confirmed, it is a fact that the phenomenon occurred in Mecca, the spiritual epicenter of Islam in Saudi Arabia. During a moment of introspection and prayers, the faithful were suddenly surrounded by a wave of crickets, disrupting their devotions. This leads us to ponder: could the divine be sending a new message to humankind? Often natural phenomena are dismissed as mere coincidences or are fully explained by science. However, there are those who see in these events the presence of a higher power in action. Nature, with its various and impressive displays, has throughout history been interpreted as a pathway through which the sacred reveals itself to the world. In the sacred pages, God is described as the supreme leader of a vast assembly of celestial forces, and the use of plural terminology is not trivial. It indicates that the heavenly hosts transcend celestial beings, incorporating elements of nature as well. Locusts, lice, and crickets are just examples, all under the command of the Eternal. With our limited understanding, I maintain the faith that such manifestations of nature are not only allowed, but directed by God. He uses the universe as an instrument to shake humanity towards truths that surpass our daily existence. These occurrences invite us to engage in deeper meditation, to observe the vastness and meticulousness of divine design. The images that spread across the world capture our attention, and close scrutiny of videos and reports reveals that such phenomena are taking place in Mecca, Saudi Arabia. It is evident that The divine strategy is to employ all aspects of creation to touch human consciousness. However, many insist on ignoring or downplaying these signs, treating them as trivial or devoid of meaning. Nevertheless, the expressions of nature we observe are remarkable and exceptional. The usual balance of the earth is undeniably disrupted, with previously icy zones now experiencing periods of intense heat, amidst heat waves that are pushing temperatures to unprecedented peaks. Vast areas of vegetation are being consumed by flames, and places known for their gentle breezes are now facing unusual heat. Occasionally, extraordinary phenomena captured the global spotlight, such as the recent cricket infestation. These events disrupt the everyday and compel us to reflect on environmental changes. It is intriguing to observe the various human reactions to such situations. It is worth noting that in diverse cultures, like the Chinese culture, these very insects are considered delicacies and could be harvested in an ecologically responsible manner. However, some people downplay their significance, treating them as mere fleeting spectacles for online entertainment. I would like to take this opportunity to ask for your help, encouraging you to like, comment, and share this content. Your participation is extremely valuable. I extend my sincere thanks to all who support this movement. Each of your actions is greatly appreciated by me, so please accept my deep gratitude. It's surprising how many may underestimate the significance of such phenomena, reducing them to mere anomalies or sources of amusement. However, it is crucial to understand the gravity of these signs, which can be seen as indicative of a new era on the horizon. As described in ancient narratives, Jesus addressed the occurrence of exceptional events, indicating a kind of uprising of natural elements as a precursor to a critical era, often referred to as the end of days. It is essential to remember the statements contained in the accounts of Matthew and Luke, which mention that such phenomena would be merely the beginning of distress, and not the climax of the culmination of times. He warned about the emergence of impostors who would pose as saviors, deceiving many. He spoke of earthquakes in various places, food shortages, and armed conflicts. All of these signs are in harmony with the prophetic tradition of the scriptures, echoing not only the prophecies of Jesus, but also those of earlier prophets. Such events can be seen as divine warnings to humanity. For those who follow a scientific perspective, there is no contradiction. Science and faith can be understood as complementary. The sacred text is intact, and often science comes to reaffirm the ancient predictions about the events that mark our era. It is fascinating to observe how scientific and technological progress confirms the sacred scriptures, especially when considering statements like one from the founders of Google regarding the pursuit of human immortality. The prospect that by 2030, we may witness innovations that challenge the finitude of life resonates with millennia-old prophecies. For example, the prophet Daniel was revealed that in the end times, knowledge would increase, a vision uttered centuries before the era of Christ. An ancient vision once revealed to us a future of constant turmoil, a world in perpetual motion, with the dominion of human knowledge expanding as never before seen. That time has come. We now live in the era of technological development and the revolution of artificial intelligence, advances that challenge us to be inventive, but also thoughtful and diligent as we tread the new paths of progress. The future, once confined to the pages of visionary novels, now unfolds at a dizzying pace before us. As we witness these evolutions and the spectacles of nature, capable of being deciphered by science, but equally possible to be understood as laden with meaning. We face what some interpret as demonstrations of divine benevolence. In the ordinary of our days, in the scenes that pulse on our screens, there are those who detect a subtle heavenly voice, offering us glimpses of miracles. Look and believe. If that is your desire. This phrase seems to echo the time of Noah, suggesting that, as it was then so it will be at the advent of the Son of Man. In those ancient times, as reported, life went on without major changes. People immersed in their daily activities, engaged in celebrations and festivities, oblivious to Noah's warnings. Except for Noah, his family, his descendants, and their wives. No one heeded the prediction of the impending watery catastrophe. And when the storm came, lasting for a long 40 days and nights, only this small clan persisted, becoming the sole guardians of that epic of survival. A story that perhaps echoes in our days, not with the construction of a floating refuge, but with the hope of the promised return of Christ. He declared, "I am the way, the truth, and the life." John 14 verse 6 KJV. And on another occasion, he stated, "I am the door." John 10 verse 9 KJV. There is an exclusive character in this way. This truth, this life, and this door. Before us unfolds the magnificent opportunity to embrace this truth, to walk this path, to choose this life, and to enter this door that Jesus offers to all human beings. He invites us to participate in the deepest and most transformative journey that an individual can experience. Amidst the flood of technological advancements and natural phenomena, which despite their explanations in science are not mere coincidences, it is possible to perceive through the images that inundate our screens daily traces of God's special attention to humanity. It seems that in whispers God sends us messages offering signs and evidence. Faith is a choice He prompts us to reflect upon, to just as in the days of Noah, contemporary life advances at its accelerated pace, with people absorbed in their daily routines, oblivious to any forewarnings, much like how Noah was ignored, except by himself, his family, and his sons, with their wives. Then the deluge came, lasting for 40 days and nights. And the story endured only through those who remained to tell it. If you enjoy our content and want to support us, click on the Super Thanks button below. Your super thanks is not just a donation. It is a blessing that supports our mission to share the transformative journey of Jesus. If this message resonates with you, do not hesitate to show your support clicking like, subscribing to the channel, and hitting the notification bell. Are simple gestures that make a significant difference. Your interaction is essential and highly valued.